Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us again this week for our Facebook Higher Education Showcase. We believe that for everyone who has joined, we have some very vital information that we'll be sharing with you. We have a special school that we'll be hearing from again from the United States. We have our guest already ready here, and I'll allow him to introduce himself, and we'll hear more about uh, our university, LaSalle University, this afternoon. Thank you, John. It's over to you.
Thank you so much for having me. Real pleasure to be invited to spend some time sharing a little bit more about my university, LaSalle University. So, just as a quick introduction, my name is John Etor. I'm the Director of International Admissions here at LaSalle University. And I'm looking forward to, sharing a little bit with you about LaSalle. We only have about 20 minutes and then some time for questions and answers. So, I've taken my typical presentation that I usually do with students, both undergraduate and graduate students, and have really shortened it to touch on what I think are some of the key points and highlights that students are very much interested in. Um, so hopefully the content being presented will be very, very, very helpful. And I look forward to your questions at the end as well. So thanks so much again for having me. I'm excited to be able to share some information with you here about LaSalle. So I'm just going to really, cover some topics that include our location, our academic program, campus life, a little bit about our values, and the application and scholarship process for you as well. So, from Albania to Zimbabwe, LaSalle University, we welcome about 200 international students from about 50 different countries around the world every year. We are thrilled to welcome international students to our community. They are valued. Our international students are welcomed. They're valued. They're respected. And also, I think is really important to know is that our international students are safe when they're here. They're well taken care of, they're supported, and they're also safe. We understand the concerns around the world right now. We understand the challenges and the perception that is taking place. But just know that if you are an international student studying at LaSalle University, you will be safe, you'll be cared for, and you will be taken care of. Again, just thrilled to have international students as part of our community. We know that you really contribute to the diversity and global perspective of our campus. We look forward to you sharing your ideas, your thoughts, your customs, your traditions on our campus with our students. Just a little bit about LaSalle and just some real quick fast facts for you. So we are a university of about 3,600 students studying at both the undergraduate and the graduate level. We offer 77 different degree programs, and we're continually adding new programs each year to continue to add to the variety of programs that are being offered. For instance, this fall, we're starting a new sport management program. We're starting a new aviation administration program. So lots of great, exciting things happening with our academic program. 100% of our classes are faculty taught. We have over 120 clubs and organizations for students to be involved with. And we are an NCAA Division I athletic school. So aside from having the opportunity to be a fan and go out and support our student athletes, if you are a high-level student athlete, and typically that means playing at the national level or for a really high-level travel team or club in your home country, we do have the ability to offer athletic scholarships to student athletes, and those scholarships can range from partial scholarships to full scholarships, and we'll touch on that a little bit more later in our conversation here. But we do have 23 different athletic teams on campus. Just sharing a few photos with you here of our campus. We know that sometimes it's difficult for international students to be able to visit campus during this application and admission process. So I wanted to just share, some photos with you, kind of campus map there, so you got a sense of what our campus looks like. We are an urban school. We're in the city of Philadelphia, but we very much are a very green campus, very much a contained campus as well. When you're on our campus, you wouldn't even know that you're in the sixth largest city in the United States. We're on 190 acres. We have lots of trees, green spaces, and gardens on campus that our students love to take advantage of. And again, safety, number one priority for our students here, safety, community security, campus security, police department, shuttle rides and service available, campus alert and communication systems, key card access to residence halls. So lots of great things in place to make sure that our students' well-being is taken care of and safe on campus as well. I encourage you to do a virtual tour on our website, just to learn a little bit more about the campus, the buildings, and different things that we offer. Every time I do one of these presentations, I always wonder, like, what's the most important thing to present? So what I typically do is I talk to our current international students. I talk to recent alums, international students who are alums, and I ask them for a reason of why do you select LaSalle University? Why did you make LaSalle University your home away from home? So today I'm just gonna touch on some of these top reasons why our current international students chose LaSalle. But some of those reasons include a return on their investment. So we know it's an investment for you to attend college, university abroad. Our location, our innovative academic programs, our affordability, our student support services, our personalized attention that we give to students, campus life, internship opportunities, and career opportunities. These 8 themes always resonate when we talk with our students. They're the ones that always seem to come up. And if I ask them for their top 2 or 3, some combination of these reasons why our students chose LaSalle always come to the forefront. So I'm not going to be able, obviously, to go through all these today. I'm going to try to touch on a couple of those in as much detail as possible for you. So first and foremost, I mean, we know that you are making quite an investment financially, socially, emotionally to study abroad and to study at LaSalle University. We know that you're leaving behind your family, your friends, your customs, your traditions, everything. So we need to make sure that every dollar that you invest in your future, everything that you invest socially and emotionally in your future pays dividends in your success and for the future. These are just some of the rankings that LaSalle is known for and the distinctions that we have received. I'd like to just kind of comment on, as you look at some of these rankings and our percentages, I just want to, touch base on a few common themes here. So one, LaSalle's globally recognized. So our rankings on global platforms like U.S. News and World Report and Washington Monthly really demonstrate our reputation among national and international universities. Some of these rankings obviously demonstrate the quality of the education. Our academic programs are excellent, especially in business, science, and healthcare. And those programs rank among the very best in the nation. In fact, we just found out a couple days ago that our graduate MBA program ranked in the top 100 in the United States and ranked number 2 in Philadelphia. That's a tremendous honor for us. We're super proud of that. Also, career success is another common theme that you see in these rankings. We have strong employer connections and internship opportunities for our students. We have a really impressive post-graduation earnings and average starting salary for our graduates, and our graduates' 10-year earnings place them in the top 6% nationally. So super proud of those rankings. And then also another theme that you see here with these rankings is that is the networking opportunities. LaSalle is part of a global network with alumni and career support services that connect our students to international opportunities, U.S. opportunities, and internships. Again, we know that you're making a huge investment and a financial investment. So it's super important to us that every dollar you invest is going to pay some dividends towards your future and your success. Location. Couldn't be greater, couldn't be better. Our location in Philadelphia makes us a destination of choice for international students. Philadelphia is known as the city of brotherly love. It's the largest city in Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania, I think we rank fourth or fifth among the 50 states in terms of the number of international students studying in Pennsylvania. So that's really, really important to know also that it's a the state itself is a great location and destination for international students because of the CPT, the OPT, and the job opportunities that exist for our students upon graduation. We're the sixth most populous city in the United States. It's just a vibrant city and metropolis that is steeped in history, culture, and diversity. Um, and our students love being here. So some fun facts about Philadelphia, oftentimes referred to as Philly. It's where the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution were signed, so really the birthplace of the United States. Philadelphia is a huge foodie culture. So if you're into food, we have the Reading Terminal Market, which is one of the best food markets in the United States. It offers diverse international cuisine. I have a picture there of a cheesesteak, which is one of Philadelphia's really well known for our cheesesteaks, and that particular cheesesteak comes from one of my favorite locations, Pat's Steak. Fairmount Park is one of the largest urban parks in the United States, which is perfect for jogging, biking, or just hanging out and relaxing. Philadelphia has many outdoor festivals, farm markets, and concerts throughout the year. And we're extremely close to New York City and Washington, D.C. Both are under 2 hours by train, and many of our international students take advantage of that, not only for tourism and sightseeing and culture, but more importantly, internship opportunities and job opportunities upon graduation. Our students will, it's very common for a student to get onto the train, go up to New York City, and pursue a finance internship at the US stock market, or somebody interested in international relations or politics or government, hop on the train, head south to Washington, D.C., and do an internship on Capitol Hill. So lots of great opportunities. And then we also have an international airport that's about 20 minutes from campus. So it makes traveling to and from campus and home super, super easy for our international students. Philadelphia is also called the mural capital of the world with over 4,000 murals. So if you're into the arts and just culture, it's a great scene for our students. And I think also really important to note about Philadelphia is that it's a city known for innovation and cutting edge research, particularly in healthcare, biotech, and engineering. So if you're interested in any of those fields. And one last thing I wanted to mention about Philadelphia, there's a tremendous access to professional and career opportunities. Philadelphia is a major economic hub with a really diverse and robust economy. Again, the strategic location between New York and Washington, D.C. Make us an urban center in the northeast part of the United States, where lots of businesses and corporations or organizations are located. And we work very closely with two organizations here in Philadelphia that are doing everything possible to bring employers to our campuses. So these employers in the Philadelphia area know that we have tremendous international talent studying here in the United States. And that you are looking for OPT opportunities and potentially career opportunities beyond OPT. And it's been a really, really successful initiative this year, and we hope to continue that. Um, Academically, LaSalle offers a really diverse and comprehensive range of academic programs designed to foster intellectual growth, career readiness, leadership, and personal development. I think if there's three elements that really highlight our academic program, they would be the following: global focus and perspective. So many of our courses emphasize an international perspective, making them relevant for students from diverse backgrounds. There are study abroad opportunities and global engagement programs that really help our students gain cross-cultural experience. The second element I would say is hands-on experience. Obviously, being in the sixth largest city in the United States, that is an extension of our campus. That is an extension of the classrooms. Our students have the opportunities to incorporate internships, co-ops, research opportunities with Philadelphia-based companies, hospitals, and startups. We have a Center for Entrepreneurship on campus that helps our students launch businesses and develop leadership skills. As I mentioned previously, CPT and OPT opportunities and support for international students looking to gain work experience in the US. So that's really, really important to know. And I would say the third element of our academic program is that we have a really, really strong support system in place for our students. Academically rigorous, but with the right amount of support to make sure our students are successful. On the slide there, I have a program finder with a QR code where you can, dig a little deeper into majors, minors, and degree programs that we offered and learn a whole lot more about those programs. A little bit more just about the academic program. So we offer a wide range of academic programs, as I mentioned, that where students have an opportunity to really engage in a rigorous but supportive environment. We're organized into three schools, with each school offering a variety of undergraduate and graduate programs. So we have a School of Business, School of Nursing and Health Sciences, and a School of Arts and Sciences. At the undergraduate level, 45 different majors and minors. Many of our students will double major. We offer 12 4+1 programs or accelerated degree programs where you can work on your undergraduate degree as well as your master's degree in 5 years. And then we have 28 graduate programs. In general, our curriculum, our academic program is a liberal arts education where we foster critical thinking, ethical reasoning, and really effective communication skills with a focus on preparing our students for a rapidly changing world where we encourage the interdisciplinary learning, the hands-on experiences, like I mentioned before, the internships, the co-ops, the research opportunities where we're engaging with the local community, regional community, really, really helps our students apply what they're learning in the classroom to real world settings. Our undergraduate programs focus on providing a comprehensive and well-rounded education across various disciplines with the focus of preparing you for your careers, for successful careers. Again, going back to that you're investing, we're investing. The academic program for the graduate programs is really designed to help you advance your careers, right? Gain specialized knowledge in your field and to make sure that you become leaders in your field. So that's a little difference between the approaches, which I think is pretty common, right, at most universities, that approach. But one thing I did want to mention is that there's 4,000 plus universities and colleges in the United States. And I always like to say to students that any university can admit you, but what university is willing to invest in you? And I would put my money on it that LaSalle University does that better than any university in the United States investing in our students. And we're super proud of that. Affordability. Our students always talk about LaSalle being affordable for them. I want to share with you just a little bit about how we make LaSalle affordable for our students. We know that the cost of attending, again, is a challenge. We know that it's an investment. So we offer various financial support options and resources to help students manage their educational expenses and make LaSalle and your future affordable. We leverage scholarships. We have graduate assistantship positions. We have on-campus employment, and we even offer payment plans for students to help make, LaSalle affordable. If you're an undergraduate student, every undergraduate student who applies and is admitted will receive a merit scholarship. 100% of the students admitted receive a merit scholarship. Those scholarships for fall 2025 range from $12,000 to $22,000 annually. And there's no separate application required for this. They're basically GPA based. So you could see here on this scale, if you're a 3.0 student, which is a pretty solid B student on the US scale, you're going to receive an $18,000 scholarship. Our tuition is $36,000. So you have the opportunity to take 50% off of your tuition with our average scholarship. So that's a little bit about the undergraduate scholarships. Unfortunately, at the graduate level, they're a little more challenging for scholarships, not as Many scholarship opportunities are available, but there are program-specific merit scholarships, typically ranging anywhere from $1,500 to about $5,000. And those, again, will be based on your GPA. Generally, you need a 3.0 or better to be considered for one of these scholarships. There, again, are very specific to the program you're applying for. And each year, it really depends on the funding that's available for those programs. We do offer graduate assistantship positions where graduate students can apply to work in an office here at the university. And typically that will include like a waiver, tuition waiver for 2 classes. And sometimes they also come with a small stipend as well. As I mentioned previously, we offer athletic scholarships to students, and we do have plenty of on-campus employment opportunities for our students. So these are just some of the ways that we make LaSalle affordable. I know we're getting close to the time before I have to open it up to Q&A. So I just want to quickly touch on another strength, I think, in a way that we support our students is through our career preparation and support. Personalized counseling, essay writing, resume building, mock interview training, all those things for students. So our career advisors, are really there to assist our students, prepare for their resume. Internship and job search opportunities. We're known for strong connections within the local businesses, hospitals, nonprofits, and governments, making it easier for our students, to get internships. Lots of employer connections. We have a strong alumni network, as I mentioned, which provides our students with unique opportunities to connect with professionals in their field. We offer career development workshops regularly on topics ranging from resume writing, job search strategies, interview techniques, how to build your LinkedIn profile, so all those different things. We have an annual career fair. If you're looking at graduate schools, and obviously we'd love for you to stay here at LaSalle and attend one of our programs, but we provide support for students interested in graduate or professional studies that focus on the application process, professional statement writing, and admission testing. And then, of course, last but not least, a tremendous amount of alumni support and mentorship for our students here. Just a little bit, just quickly here to wrap up before we open up the Q&A. If you're interested in applying to LaSalle, the QR code will take you to our application page. But for undergraduate students, it's the common application. It's your personal essay, your complete high school transcripts, not just like your leaving exams, but your complete high school transcript, a school report and recommendation from your school counselor, a letter of recommendation, and then an English language proficiency test. But for students from Nigeria, those are typically waived unless you're applying for our nursing program that requires that. For our graduate students, little different process. You apply using a LaSalle application, and then very similar components to the application. Essay or personal statement. We do require a resume, your university transcripts. We do require an official international evaluation from an organization such as like WES or Spantran to be accompanied with your transcripts. We do require in some cases the GMAT or the GRE. However, we will look to waive those in every possible case when we can. As long as you have a GPA of typically 3.0 or better, we are able to waive that GMAT, GRE requirement, letter of recommendation, and then of course an English language proficiency. But again, we would waive those for students from Nigeria. That is a really quick overview of LaSalle. I think we got about 10 minutes left. So I want to just, open up the floor, I guess, to questions now, and we can take it from there.
Thank you, John. You provided lots of information within the last 20 minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
had so much
Appreciate it.
notes to take. Thank you very much. So
Yeah.
we'll be looking out for questions here, and I'll be reading out the questions to you. I have a question here. What would you say it's LaSalle's favorite campus culture that international students should look forward to coming on campus?
Uh, Great question. There's so many. I think, they talk about the welcoming, the feeling part of a community, the inclusivity. I think that's really, really part of it. So those campus life opportunities. But, I did a panel yesterday with international students, and had a very similar question. And each of the international students talked about just the support that they've received on campus, whether it's just, the support they receive from their academic advisor, whether it's through the Multicultural and International Center, whether it's help with finding ways to make this education affordable. So that is really the common theme, that they really feel valued, they really feel supported, they feel invested in, and that people here are really looking out for their success.
Thank you very much, John. I have two questions here. Somebody, I'm sure I didn't get the question. He was asking, what are the waivers you said you give to Nigerian students? I think that came with the requirements for admissions. So
Yeah,
they wanted to,
so typically for students from language speaking countries, or if you've attended like an IB school or a school where the medium instruction is English, we will waive that English language proficiency requirement for students, and that typically applies to students from Nigeria. The one program where we cannot do that is just our nursing program, because it's just such a fast-paced program that we really need to make sure that those students are set up for success from the moment they arrive. So we do require that English language proficiency requirement for those students applying specifically to nursing, but that can also be an SAT. It doesn't need to be the TOEFL or the Duolingo or
okay.
IELTS. Yeah.
Thank you, John. There's a follow-up question to that. For those who would not get a waiver, do you have minimum requirements for any of the English proficiency tests?
Sure. Yeah. Great question. So we're
Yeah.
looking for on the Duolingo at the undergraduate level, a 105, typically about a 110, at the 110, 115 range for the graduate level. TOEFL 80 for undergraduate, 100 for graduate, right in that range. We'll put applicants where we'd like to see them.
Okay, thank you. I have another question from a graduate student asking, are there scholarship opportunities for graduate students who are in the social sciences? Particularly, she's making reference to a political science
Yeah.
background, and she's looking
Yeah,
forward to.
absolutely. So there are graduate scholarships available. Those typically, I would say, range from about $1,500 to $5,000 academically a year. Again, it depends a little bit on the program and the year. Um, but there are scholarships available, and as the program directors at the graduate level are reviewing applications, if a student is admitted, they will discuss scholarship amounts and opportunities with them. The other thing that I like to tell students at both the undergraduate and the graduate level is that once they are here, there are other scholarship opportunities that become available to them, whether it's through like a gift or a grant that we get. For instance, we really value community service here at LaSalle. So students who have been here a semester and who have completed a certain number of community service a certain number of community service hours can be eligible for an additional $5,000 community service scholarship. We don't promise those, we can't guarantee those, but those are things that always open up when students are here, which are just nice additional scholarship opportunities.
Okay, thank you, John. More questions coming in. I have a question from another student asking if you do have a master's program in artificial intelligence. Maybe you'll possibly share the slide that has the QR code with the program again, so that students can take a screenshot of that to be able to look at the
Absolutely.
different programs. So I see everybody asking questions around specific programs.
Sure. So,
Yeah.
Masters in Artificial Intelligence is a new master's program that will launch this year. So, super
Okay.
excited about that. Here's the program finder QR code too. Yeah, so that's going to be a program that launches this fall, the Masters in Artificial Intelligence. So, super excited for that one. I'm actually considering taking that program myself.
Mm. That's interesting. Okay, I have another question from a graduate student asking if you have PhD programs in public health or biomedical sciences.
Right now, PhD programs are in psychology, is the
Okay,
PhD program. We do have a master's in public health, though.
okay, okay. So this would be my question for you, John. What would you say are the major programs that international students would regularly apply, looking at applying to LaSalle?
Yeah, great question. And it's actually, I was looking through this just the other day. And so I would say at the undergraduate level, our top program for international students is business administration.
Mm,
Then close second to that, I would say, is computer science. And then right after that, computer science is a marketing and finance. Those tend to be our top four right now, top four undergraduate programs at the undergraduate level. For our graduate students, um, we have excellent graduate programs, like we have excellent masters in public health. We have excellent psychology. We have excellent education programs, but it's our MBA and our business systems analytics programs that lead the pack there. And I think it makes sense, right? They're STEM designated programs. So it gives gives students an opportunity for that STEM OPT. So those, I say, one is our business systems, business analytics. That's our top graduate program in terms of the number of
mhm.
applications we see. And then I would say our MBA is a close second. And I have a feeling based on these new rankings that came out where we're in the top 100 and second in Philadelphia, only to the Wharton School of Pennsylvania, the University of Pennsylvania. I think we're going to see those numbers for our masters of that MBA program rise considerably as well.
Thank you, John. As we come to the end of the session, I still see one question trickling in,
Sure.
um, asking if you have, and I'm sure the slide is still there where you can see all the programs. He's asking a question if you have masters in cybersecurity specific that one can,
We do. Yeah. So
apply to.
here's the
Oh,
so
great.
here's the QR code with the that lists the programs. But we do have a master's in cybersecurity program. We do. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So
all
if
right.
students just access to our website, access to the lasalle.edu website. They can go right to the tab for academics and they can filter, sort, see what the online programs are, see what the undergraduate programs, see what the graduate programs are. And it will also provide like very detailed information about the course sequence, the goals of the program, the career path, contact information for the program directors. So it's pretty thorough information and I think really, really helpful as well.
Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, providing very detailed information. So for students watching us across the country and wherever you're watching us from, if you're looking at affordability and you take advantage of the merit scholarship available here, you most likely would have over 50% of your, cost covered by LaSalle. So this is one school you should look out for and explore all the programs that are available to help you achieve your goals. Thank you again, John, for taking out the time, and we appreciate you giving
My
us this
pleasure. Thanks so
information.
much. Yeah, thank you so much for hosting and having us share a little bit more about LaSalle. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, do have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You as well.